tightens us all.
Hold on, folks. We're sorry. We're taking you for just a little ride.
Woo! That was fun.
I think that it's this
Oh,
box.
there we go.
There we go.
I got
I think it's our kit box that we've got.
See, it tightens up our...
Oh, my goodness.
We just have to squeeze.
Okay, squeeze.
Squeeze in, Erin. Lean on in.
Oh, good morning. You
Good
come
morning.
in too, because I don't want to just be the friend show. No, good morning, everyone. So we were having a few technical difficulties. I hope that if you were with us, you didn't get your noggin bumped because our camera slightly, just slightly fell over. And you guys got to get in here because it's just not about the friend show. So we missed you all last week, but we hope you had a really nice 4th of July at your house with your family or whatever you chose to do.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
Yeah,
it was a very fun, relaxing day at our house. So.
And it was warm. It was finally summer, right?
Summer is here, you guys. Oh gosh. So my husband this morning said to me, I have to sell the store and move to St. George.
We veto that.
I said no. I said I know I will shovel snow all winter long. I am not going to the heat wave. 112, he said it's supposed to get to this week. You can't even breathe in 112. I have some friends that moved down there, and I said, how do you do the summer? And they said, we just stay in with our air
just don't
conditioning.
leave.
So what fun is that?
You get a lot more sewing done in the air conditioning.
No, I don't want to do that. Oh, we have some really fun things to talk about, though. So let's get on with this morning. So I have to introduce you to my newest gal. This is our friend Erin, and she came in one day, and I said, Erin, you want to come work at this crew? All the crazies, Erin, all the crazies come work with us. And she said, oh. So we convinced her to come and be with us, and we're so excited that she has come because she's an amazing addition to our group of ladies.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to have her. And she's so very talented. I was just sitting here before we started this, and she plopped these blocks down on the table, and I said, what? What is this? Wait until you see. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
So Erin does many, many, many things. So we're going to start off by having Erin tell you a little bit about herself.
Yeah.
No, just the good stuff.
Okay.
And no swearing. Oh, it's live, right? It's live.
I am a Brighamite most of my life. Speaking of hot summers, we were in the Phoenix area for a few years. Yes, but we're back now, and I'm glad to be working here with these fun ladies.
Yes.
I haven't been quilting very long.
You wouldn't know it from what she's going to show us, but we'll let her tell you that.
Right? Oh
and everything I sew is on a featherweight.
I didn't know that either.
Featherweights are amazing. They're my favorite kinds of machines.
Yes.
My newest machine is 55 years old. So
I'm going to go check on that.
Somebody is at our door, and it's Mare. Oh, Mare probably forgot her keys. She's been on vacation. She has been sleeping in motel rooms for 39 days, and so she probably forgot her keys at home. I'm just guessing that's what's going on. So sorry to interrupt, Erin. Please go on.
No, that's really all.
Well,
that's all I have to say.
That's all you have to say? Well, okay then. Let's look at some of the amazing things that Miss Erin is doing.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, let me help hold. I might not give them back though. I might not. Look at this. Help hold, Miss Liz. Look at these, you guys. So Erin, tell us, how did you do these?
These are foundation paper pieced. The pattern is by Christy Leah. She does amazing paper piecing patterns.
And she designs for Riley Blake.
She's a fabric designer for Riley Blake. This is one of her fabric lines.
Oh, yeah. Just hold those up. Perfect.
There you go.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Look at this. Oh, my gosh. And we're going to come to one of these in a second, and I'm going to have Miss Erin turn it over and show you the papers that are still on her pattern. So, and do you see there? She's even colored on it.
That is brilliant.
So why did you color on them, Erin?
So when there are so many different pieces and colors, it's hard to keep track of where they go, especially because foundation paper piecing is backwards.
Right.
So when you're looking at it on the wrong side, you need to be reminded of where things need to go.
Unless you're a little dyslexic like I am, and then everything is turned around for you anyway, so it's all good.
Because these patterns are gorgeous and very well written, but part of what helps make them pop is color placement. So color placement is important. That's a really good idea.
I like that. That's a special little tip for you just got, guys. Look at that. Is that not the sweetest? Oh, and you guys heard it's beautiful on the back as well. Look at that.
That's the thing about paper piecing.
Yeah, the
is
back.
It helps you. I don't know,
It's beautiful.
It makes them look nice on
It
the back.
does.
Very precise.
Very precise. Oh my gosh, Erin, look at these. Oh, that's so beautiful. I can also see this done out of Tula fabric. All day, all night.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that. So I was just telling the girls, this one just reminded me. So one time my daughter Donna and I went on this retreat, and we sat on these really hard chairs, and I have a bad back anyway. So she said to me, Mom, I'm going to make you a butt pillow. Okay, so she did, and it's a beautiful one. It's a circular one because, you know, bums are round, and it kind of looks like that flying geese one there. It's so cute. Maybe sometime I'll bring it and share it.
Yes,
maybe.
that's
maybe.
a good idea.
Everyone needs a retreat.
Everybody
butt pillow.
needs a retreat butt pillow because for the most part, except I take my own. I have a chair that I like to take. It's a bungee chair. And so it doesn't weigh very much, and it gives me great support on my back, and everything. Isn't this diamond beautiful? Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh my goodness!
Erin.
So is this a sew along?
It was.
It was a sew along.
Wow. Are all the blocks done, or are
All
there
of
more
them are
blocks?
here. There's one that I didn't bring because I didn't like it very much.
Oh, so are you going to change it, or are you just going to put it in there anyway?
I can't decide if I'm going to redo it or not. So she has options to on some of the ones that are round.
Okay.
Like this one, you could either do it round in the middle, which cuts down on a giant seam from all of these pieces meeting.
Oh.
Or you could have all the pieces meet. And the one that I didn't like so much, I didn't do it round, and that middle seam is...
Would you, if you just bring it, I'll sit on it with my butt pillow, and maybe I'll flatten it for you. It could happen.
Yeah.
These are
So I might
they're
redo it.
so beautiful.
But curves are hard too, so
Yeah, they are.
it's...
Oh, they're so beautiful, Erin. Oh my gosh. So how long, when did you start doing this? When was this so long?
It might have been 2020.
That's okay. Hey, listen, I'm doing a little Swedish death cleaning. I have things from probably 1978. Shh. Yeah, but I still love them.
That's my goal this
That's
year,
older than
though.
me.
is to
I
get it
know. You could both be my daughters. I'm old enough to be Mama
We
Fran
will
to
take
both
you.
of
Yes,
these
we will
beautiful
take
women. Yeah. Oh, those are
So
just beautiful.
beautiful.
So Erin doesn't do really easy things. Erin's stuff that she does they're just beautiful and
So,
amazing.
okay, if you did this in 2020, you've been quilting for how long? Was this one of your first things that you did? I am so impressed. They are beautiful.
They really are.
I started in 2019. So, and then I taught myself to paper piece and just took off.
Because she's so
I loved
smart.
it.
She's
so cool.
She's
I love
amazing.
paper piecing. Some people love it. Some people can't stand it. It is a mental shift. A little bit. You do have to think about things backwards.
You do.
You know?
And here's the biggest part of why people don't like paper piecing. They have trouble getting their fabric to fit right. Because you are doing it backwards. But Lori taught us a really neat trick, and it actually came from Amy McClellan, but Lori's the one that showed it to me. So when you're paper piecing, first thing that I like to do is fold every single line on my paper. Then it's all pre-folded, and believe it or not, even as you're pressing, it doesn't press out those lines. They stay there. So I fold every single line before I even start. Then once I've got those pieces folded, I'm going to put my first two pieces together. I'm going to fold that paper back. I'm going to hold it up, and I'm going to look and see, does that paper shape now fit my entire piece that's on the back? Because now I've turned that paper pattern the same way that my fabric is going on the front. And so now it's easier for me to see, have I enclosed all of those lines that are on there?
Especially triangles.
Yeah, triangles
Is my
are tricky.
triangle pointing the right way, right?
Right. Yeah,
I
triangles
use,
are real tricky.
an OttLight lamp, but I have it facing me so that I can just hold
So
it
she
right
pretty
up.
much blinds herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's good at it. Okay, now I can't see anything, but I'm pretty sure this works. What else did you bring to
Well,
share?
speaking of Tula,
You too love.
we both love Tula.
We all love Tula. Oh, look at this. Look
how
at this.
beautiful
I'm
this
going to
is.
stand up so you can see. Look at this bag. Look at this amazing bag. So how did you do this, Missy?
This is called the Patchwork Duffel
Look at
by a pattern designer who actually lives in Orem. She's close. Knot and Thread Designs.
Okay.
That's her business name.
cute. Are there pockets inside? Maybe
There are
look
not
inside.
pockets inside. I know, but I could have added some.
But you know what you get to do instead? You get to
But on
make
the
all
outside.
of these amazing little
Bags and
to
organizers.
put
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
But it's
so,
beautiful.
So did you
That's
just
a good
cut?
size.
Did you just cut all the squares? Did you strip piece? How did you do this, Erin?
I strip pieced. I laid them all out first to make sure I got the rainbow that I wanted.
Right.
And then strip pieced, and then you quilt them to soft and stable.
I love soft and stable. And look, up here on her zipper, I don't know if you can see this. Look at how beautiful she's done that little part that goes along the zipper. Isn't that so pretty?
Beautiful.
Oh, wow, Erin, this is so cute. I love it.
But other than the pattern, we have everything here. We have Tula and
We have soft and stable.
Soft and
zippers.
Maybe we'll have to get the
webbing.
patterns. Maybe
I
we'll have to get
really
some
like
patterns.
really nice
this.
patterns.
Isn't that so
Let's see
pretty?
the inside. Oh, so pretty.
Look
Can
at
you see that? That pretty
That
purple?
beautiful polka dot.
Oh, love it.
Matches. Oh, that's so pretty. Very
Do you
nice.
use it?
Yes.
Good,
Good
Yes.
job. Good job. Good job.
Absolutely.
And did you quilt this all yourself as well?
I did.
Very
On
nice.
your
On the
featherweight.
featherweight.
I love it. I love it. What else did you bring me, man?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You dropped
Oh gosh, my prop is falling. Wait till you see my prop. Great prop. Oh, I love this bag. So Erin came in with this bag this is when I knew I loved Erin and I needed her for my very own. So Erin came in with this bag and set it up on the counter, and I went a little bit nuts over this bag. Look at these pockets, you guys.
Oh, I love them.
Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Of course, kaboom is the fabric. But look at her beautiful side pockets. Isn't it gorgeous? And she's got pockets inside with the Biani mesh. Look at those. Look at these fun pockets. Let me see. I'm not doing a very good job, guys. Wait a minute. Wait for it. Oh, right there. See? She's got pockets on both ends, and it's all nice and open. So what's in your handles, Erin? Is this got webbing in it too?
It's just
'Cause
webbing
it's nice
folded.
and heavy. So it's folded over. And look how
What a
pretty.
good size, but I love how big the handles are.
I do too.
Because
you put it
then,
over your
yes,
shoulder.
you can really use it.
Yes.
So
And she
gorgeous.
does. She
I
brings
do.
this to work with her stuff in it, so she does use it. That's
Yes.
gorgeous.
And I love your little
it.
labels too. They're so cute.
They are fun. They're very fun. We're going to say that. Now what you
Okay.
got for me?
This is, I thought this was appropriate. Let's see.
Oh, look. Oh, my gosh.
I've seen this
You-
before,
okay,
but I
come
didn't,
over here
either
by
I
me.
didn't know or it was this big
my
or,
word. Look at that.
oh, how gorgeous.
And so who quilted this for you, Miss Erin?
My quilter is in Clearfield. His name is Landon Craner.
Wow, he did a beautiful. We like to give a
Yes.
shout out to the quilters as well
Yes.
around here. But look how cute. I hope you can see some of the quilting designs. Look, there are scissors. There are pin cushions. Look at how beautiful. There's a needle over here.
There's a thread.
Oh my gosh, and spools of thread.
Spools of thread right there.
That is so cute.
I think they can see it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. So where does this get to live at your
This
house?
hangs above my sewing machine.
As it
Oh,
should.
perfect.
As it should. Oh, that's so cute. So I have this pattern. It's on my wish list, along with a few other wishes. That's gorgeous, too. So Erin does everything, you guys. Look at all of this, and she's cute and sweet.
Yes, she
we
is.
really like Miss Erin. We're so happy to have her with us.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
for
so
sharing
really
this,
quick,
yeah.
Lene is joining from Idaho Falls. Lene, thank you
Hello,
for
Miss
joining, and
Lene.
you've
Good
come
morning.
on before, so thank you for joining us again. Cindy says a featherweight. Wow, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Craig says unbelievable and incredible bag.
Oh, thank
And
you.
Cindy also says great tip to fold on all the lines first.
Yes.
So, and our Laurie uses old greeting cards to fold her lines.
Yes.
And we also I use a little ruler that I really like that's thin, really a thin
Really,
plastic
really
ruler. But
thin.
there's a lot of things you could use. Somebody told me they like to use plastic placemats from Target.
Oh, now I've never
So-
tried one of those.
Yeah.
Kind of big and unruly.
Well, no,
but-
you could just, they cut them into
Oh,
strips.
they cut them into strips. Okay, I was
They
going.
cut them into strips.
Great big
and
placemat sitting here on my foot.
But then you could cut it the long way if you need long or a short way. Anyway,
Nice. Very
I haven't
nice.
checked those out, but I'd be curious to see.
The
how that
other
goes.
thing that is a really neat thing when you're paper piecing is to use the add-a-quarter rulers.
Oh, yes,
Shout out
yes.
to my sweet friend Carolyn. She designed those. They're great. So when you have your paper folded back, you just butt that ruler right up to your paper, and you trim your 1/4-inch seam before you ever start sewing the pieces together. Then it just kind of works.
Why trim after?
Huh, I trimmed before.
Why trim?
You have to give it a try. See what you
Do I
think.
trim after?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not. When do you trim, Erin?
Before.
All right. Well, Liz, sorry. 2 to 1. Sorry.
I don't know how I do it.
Okay. The other thing that we really wanted to talk to you today about is reading patterns. Now, I'm going to tell you, writing a pattern is not as easy as what you think it is. There
Yeah.
are so many steps that you have to do, and especially if you're doing more than one block. One block, if you're doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, sometimes can get a little boring for me. However, some of the most beautiful quilts are made with only one block. So the first thing that we would tell you is to read the entire pattern. And a lot of pattern designers say that right
Yeah,
off the bat.
yeah.
Please read this whole pattern before you begin. There's several reasons for doing that. We'll talk about those as we're going along in here. The other thing you want to do when you first get a pattern, though, is go to that designer's website and check and see, are there any corrections to
Yes.
that? Because sometimes we finish a pattern, think it's great, and then we're making it or someone else is making it, and they come back to us and say,
This isn't quite what we thought.
I did what you said and it's wrong. Oh, well, let me put that correction there. So do check their website to see if there are any corrections that they have added on to that. And, okay, when you get someone's pattern, this is only a suggestion of how you're going to maybe make your quilt. Because as we've been quilting, sometimes we find other ways that we like to do things. Now, I would always say to you, if you're taking a class or you're doing someone else's pattern, kind of look at it and see, because guess what? I may be stuck in my ways of doing things, but maybe they've come up
They've
with a
got a new,
better
better
way.
way. Yeah.
Right. And unless you try it, you're not ever going to know. Now, I'm gonna just say one thing though about that. I absolutely love this designer with my whole heart. However, let me show you something. Let me get it up here.
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Oh, wait, I'm backwards. Here we go. See this? Okay. Please kill me now. Don't make me do flying geese that way. Please don't make me do it, please.
Never again, ever will I do flying geese that
Never.
way.
I can't do it. Okay, I have tried to do flying geese that method with the rectangle and the 2 squares. I'm a pretty accurate quilter. I can't do it, you guys. I chop my points off. I can't do it. I keep trying because there are a lot of pattern designers and that's how they write their patterns. I have one gal that's in our class who I have known for probably 23 years. And she says to me, I'm not doing it your way. I hate doing it that method. I'm just going to do it this way because I can make it perfect every time. I'm like, okay. Okay.
Great.
Great. Good on you.
Because that works for her.
It does work for her. And there are no quilt police at Village Dry Goods. We are happy for everyone to do theirs in their own methods that they're most comfortable with. For myself, I'm going to look through that pattern, and if I see a pattern that says, do your flying geese this method, I am going to whip out my very favorite, which I've lost. Where did I put that? Where did I put those directions, girls? Well, I just had them right here in my hot little hands.
There they
I
are.
sure did. Okay, so this is, most of us, I think, that work here, if not all of us, this is our favorite method of doing it. It's where you use the 2 squares. So it's called the no waste method or the 2 square method. It's our favorite way of doing flying geese. Now, having said that, if you have a kit, you have to look through your kit and make sure you have enough fabric to do that, because your squares that you're cutting for that are a little bit bigger. And so sometimes in your kit, you may not have enough fabric.
They may not give you the right.
Do the math.
Do the math.
Do the math. You've got to look at what your sizes are. Do your math. If you're not familiar with the 2 square method, we do have handout sheets here at the store for it. Or you can get online. I know that it's all over the place online as well. So that's another place that you can go for those instructions if you're not close enough to come and visit us. Or give me a call. I'll pop one in the mail to you. I'll spend a stamp. I'll spend a stamp on you. So I will go through and I will read that. And if it's telling me to do 64 half square triangles, I'm probably going to pull out my triangles on a roll or something that I'm making them quicker, or Magic 8. Lots of different methods to do those. So I am going to completely read over that pattern first and say, okay, they're doing half square triangles and I have to make a lot and they're all the same. Triangles on a roll, triangulations, Magic 8. I'm going to do those a little different. Flying geese, I might have to get out my prop again.
I wonder what the stick was for.
I know. I was worried it was for me.
Oh no, it's only for me. Through my heart, please don't make me do them that way, please, please, please. Well, so I found this when I was out pulling weeds last night in the backyard, and I thought, props. I was hoping nobody came along and helped themselves to it during the night, and the good news is they did not.
So this pattern, I just cut this pattern out last night. So over the weekend,
cute.
I ran through the whole pattern. But I did the math, and I figured for one of my fabrics, I could do my 2 square method, but I had just enough fabric. So as I was cutting, I had to be very careful as I squared up and stuff that I didn't take too big of square up pieces to square up my ends, because I knew that I had just enough, and it worked out great. So, but I had done the math to figure that out ahead of time so that I didn't end up a ½ inch too short somewhere or something.
Right. Yes.
So
yes. Yeah. Make sure you're checking that you're not going to short yourself, especially since this pattern that Liz is doing, this is a kit.
Yes.
So very important. If you're just doing it out of your scraps or your own pieces at home, you're going to have enough, because you're going to look at that and you're going to go, I better go through my scraps. I need a 6.5 inch piece. Oh, here's one.
Well, and I knew that this kit, I don't think we got all the fabrics either. So if I screwed up, I knew I couldn't come back to the store. I'd have to go online and order it or something.
She probably would. She probably would.
But along with this same pattern, this pattern is beautifully copied on glossy paper. And, but I can't make notes on it very well. And I love to write in pencil in my sewing room, because I'm not committed enough to know it's all
then
right.
You can use a big eraser.
So I just made a copy of just the cutting instructions so that I could make notes and changes. And then also as I cut, I check things off.
So tell us how you cut while we're talking about how you're making cutting instructions for yourself.
So
how are you going to do these?
This is an interesting pattern. It has you cut a lot of strips with the fabric strips. And I don't know why, but the pattern designer has you cut them 2 inches, then 2 3/4, then 1 1/4, then 1 1/2. Personally, I would like to reorder all of those, starting with my biggest cut first. So the second one, Sheila says 2 3/4, that's my biggest cut. I would prefer to do that first.
Absolutely.
And then go down so that I can use my scraps from those first ones.
I like to play Jenga.
Yes.
It's like a game. It's like a game. How much can I have left over to add to my scraps? Because we don't have enough scraps in our house.
Well, I would much rather be left with a big piece at the end than all these little bits with the fabric
Of 2
strips.
3/4 inch pieces or 1 1/4 inch pieces when, hey, I can get those 1 1/4 inch pieces, some of them out of my 2 3/4 inch pieces that
that makes
two of
sense.
them.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
I do that as well.
So I
Good
would
tip.
reorder those. So if you want to rewrite that, or just on your copy order those. So, but sometimes pattern designers do include a cutting diagram. In that situation, I would not reorder because, they have done the math and the organization for you so that they know how you're supposed to lay things out. And that's important because if they have done a cutting diagram, it means that they have given you a specific amount of fabric for exactly what you need. So definitely follow your cutting diagram and make sure you've got your width and your length the correct orientation.
Okay. So do you see this pattern right here? Can you see that?
Like right there. That's
Okay.
a cutting diagram.
And this was in our mystery that we just barely finished. And you were actually given, not yardage, you were giving a piece of fabric. Okay, so if you don't cut it the way we told you to, you're not going to have enough fabric. So, so make sure if there is a cutting diagram in there that you can get what you want to do out of that piece of fabric as well. Good tip.
Or
Good tip.
when you screw up, use your scraps.
Yes,
and make
please.
it up. Except if you're working on a kit for the store, you can't do that.
And there's not enough, and there is no more fabric in the store for that. You gotta be a little more accurate.
You gotta be careful. So, okay, let's talk about that one.
Okay, let's talk about that one. Okay, I'm really a stick in the mud about this. I will tell you, please don't share your patterns. The designers that do these patterns spend hours and hours and hours of their precious time writing a good pattern for you. It's how most of them make their living, okay? It's not fair of us to say, well, I have that pattern here, Liz, you can borrow mine.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. And especially don't come in the store and tell us that you're doing that. That's even worse than doing it. But here's the main reason for doing that. I want this designer to stay in business for as long as I'm around because I love their designs. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying their patterns. And if we're sharing their pattern, they're missing out on a sale. Every single time I do that, I'm taking money out of their pocket. So please don't share your patterns. However, saying that, if I have, let's say I have, oh, by the way, I'm going to just say this right now. Okay, see this pattern here? This was our second Saturday
that we just finished in June.
And
we revealed that for you.
We sure did. And it is right here. And
it's so beautiful.
It did turn out really cute.
Hold it down just a little bit. Down.
Down a little?
Down. Yeah, we want to see that Santa.
You want to see Santa.
We want to see how cute Santa is and your believe. It's just beautiful.
It's so fun. So this is our mystery that we just finished. And we will be starting up another one in October, so if you haven't already heard about that. So what I wanted to say, though, about that is, so I've got this pattern from that crazy woman whose name is Fran. Okay, then that crazy woman, Fran, also did this pattern, and I've lost the front of it. Well, that's just weird. It was right here. Oh. Okay, so I've got this one also. Now, say I want to take this one and maybe I want to use one of those fun stars, but I want it in this quilt. I own both of these patterns. I can certainly mix and match, and it doesn't even have to be by the same designer, you guys. So let's say that I have a pattern from me. I have a pattern from Pambuda. I have a pattern from Laundry Basket, and I like components from all of those, but I want to mix them up and do my own quilt because I want mine to be different than everybody else's. I've bought those patterns. I can certainly do that. I can change the sizes of those blocks. I can do whatever I want to with those patterns because I've purchased them. So to me, that I'm not breaking any copyright laws. I've already bought the patterns from them, except for my own, and that one I just did blood, sweat, and tears. So I've already purchased those patterns. I may combine all of those.
But then what if you wanted to sell them?
No, because now I've taken money out of their pockets again, because you can't do that. Please, just do them for yourself. And you can make as many of those for yourself as you want. You can make them for friends. You can make them for family. Don't make them for your enemies, because they'll probably just put them in the trash can anyway. So, but make them for people that you love. You can mix and match and do whatever you want to with that. And a lot of the designs that are in these, a lot of the blocks are traditional blocks. Like you'll get a pattern and perhaps it's just all sawtooth stars. Well, that block has been around for 100 years. But this designer has taken that block and she's put it together maybe in a different way or with different fabrics or whatever. That is now her design. I'm not going to take her design and do anything with it other than something for myself. So good question. Good question, Miss Erin. No, I say no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
there are free patterns out there.
Oh, yes.
And there's a lot of the times you can find what you're looking for. However, free patterns are typically not as, what's the right word? Proofread? What's the right word? Pattern tested, possibly?
so
Not
they're
always.
not as in depth.
But they're a free pattern, so
right.
take it for what you pay for it.
Exactly. And make doubly check that you check that pattern, because you're going to be given, most of the time with those patterns, it's bare bones. You know, they're going to assume that you know how to do whatever, a flying geese unit or a half square triangle or whatever. They're not going to go into all of the details about, okay, here's how you do that. They're going to say, make 20 half square triangles. Okay, but how? So do make sure that on those free patterns, and here's another thing about those free patterns, please contact the designer of that and thank them, because again, even if they didn't spend 120 hours making a one-page pattern, they've still put time into that. And so do thank them for doing that and for giving it free. Now, with the free patterns, again, look at those, because a lot of times the designers will say, make as many as you want, but please don't sell this pattern. Please don't, you know, so again, and if you're doing a sew along with a designer, don't pass that on to your friends. Pass on to your friends, oh, go do this sew along with so-and-so, sign up, because a lot of sew alongs are free, but they like you to sign up to do that.
Right.
For a couple of reasons, so they know how many are doing it with them, and it's just nice to acknowledge that these people have done that and given this to us.
Time and effort.
Yes, absolutely. So, and it is hard to write a pattern. We've talked about that. And some designers do it better than others. Some designers are better at designing fabrics, but they do both. They'll do patterns to go along with their fabrics.
What they do to sell their fabrics.
Exactly.
Yes. You got to show people how to use it.
And so there's a great designer out there, and she did both. But when she would teach a class, it was amazing. She would set you all down, and it was like you were all preschoolers. She took that class from, here's how you sew, and here's why, to all the way through the quilt. And you know, it was very refreshing to go to that class, because it was like, you've hit everyone. You know what? You're not making this be, okay, you have to be an advanced student to take my classes.
Well, you're not assuming anyone's level of experience.
Exactly. So it was really, and she was a really fun wackadoodle teacher, but she was very, very fun. So, yeah, so make sure when you start to do anyone's pattern that the very, very first and most important thing, read the whole thing. So we want to ask y'all if you guys have a special tip for us that you do when you're reading someone's pattern. What do you like to do first, or what do you do as you're doing the pattern? Do you do like Liz and you check them off as you're cutting?
Yeah.
Do you change around the order that you're making pieces? How do some of you do?
We want to know your tips.
Please pass them along,
And
because
next
we love
week,
sharing.
any comments that are made with tips on reading patterns we'll share, because next week
is Tiny Tips.
Next week we're going to give some tips for you,
so
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be way fun. So if we don't get to everyone's this morning, we certainly will share those.
Yeah.
Yes, good one.
So Pam Davis, we love
Oh, we
you,
love
Pam.
Miss Pam.
You
and
should
she
have
got
got
our
your
book.
package.
She did, and really quickly too. I was
Good.
surprised how quick it went too. She probably got one of the quilts already finished.
She
Miss Pam
probably
Davis.
does.
She's so quick and so good.
Pam, do you ever come to Utah? Because we need to have you on.
We'd love to have you
Wouldn't that
come
be
down
so
Village
fun?
Vibes. Let's plan a trip.
Please
Let's plan a
plan.
trip. I love it.
Okay, so she says admires paper piecing, but not for her. And I love that, because it works for some people, it doesn't work for others. You do not have to do paper piecing if you don't want to.
No, you do not. And here's the thing. A lot of our patterns, and Pam just finished doing our, well, actually, Pam just got the rest of our mystery, second
sent to
Saturday
her.
mystery block sent to her. So in a lot of our patterns, now some of them are just paper pieced, but in a lot of our patterns, we gave people an option because we didn't want them to have to feel like they had to buy specialty rulers. So we would put a paper piece pattern in there as an option, but you didn't have to do that. You could choose to do paper piecing, or you could do it with a ruler. Like here's the first one that we did. Was a log cabin. There's an amazing Creative Grids log cabin ruler that you can use for that. Or if you don't want to purchase the ruler, you paper piece. You paper piece. So options. And I know Laurie doesn't really care for paper piecing either. She'll do it. Oh, unless it's those little teeny tiny birds that need 50 million pieces in it, that she said, then there's not an option. And like on a lot of these that Erin did, paper piecing is so much easier on that because it's spot
Precise.
on.
It's precise.
Very
Well, and with
precise.
different angles, you can't traditionally piece.
you can't.
No,
some
Yeah.
things.
no.
So, Deanna loves your shank.
Well, it's a prop from the backyard. I'll shave it. I'll just shave it for you, girl. You may use it too. I know you might need it in your life right about now also. I'll save it.
Landa says, hi, Mama
hi,
friend.
Landa. That's my Colorado friend. She's such an... In fact, Landa, if you heard me talking about that retreat in the butt pillow, that was our retreat, girl.
Cindy says, amen. And I think it was back when we were talking about copying patterns, but I'm not sure. So,
I hope so.
Cindy, if I misquote you on that, I'm sorry.
I hope so.
Deanna loves Pam. We all love Pam.
We do all love Pam.
Ken and Ren are here. They're
Oh,
watching.
Ken and Ren. So Ken and Ren, that is Miss Liz's husband, and you met our cute Ren.
Ren,
So
yes, you did.
Yes, that's Ken.
Pam says if she ever comes to Utah, she knows that we know that she will come. So
Please.
she's working on one of the kits. We're so
Of
excited.
course she is. Of course she is.
And yes, Cindy did say it was when we were talking about copying patterns.
Nice,
so
nice. Keep sending us your
yes,
tips, though.
send us
even
our
after
tips,
we
and
send
we
off-
do want them for next week. So please
Yes,
send them,
please.
and I'll check.
Liz won't be with me next week.
Yes, oh no, I won't.
No, you won't. You told me you wouldn't.
Well, are we doing tiny tips without me? No, I'm here next week.
I thought you were gone for
No,
the next...
I'm here next
Oh,
week.
I lied.
She's trying to kick me out.
I'm not. Oh, no. No, Candy.
No, I am here next week, and then I'm leaving right after.
Oh, right. Oh, good.
So,
So
I get to go to a little sewing retreat next week, and I'm excited.
Oh, where is your retreat?
Just at my aunt's house.
Oh, we've got
But-
to talk about that aunt's house.
I know.
We
My
gotta go
aunt
there
has
and-
Quilters Disneyland in her basement, and it's
Yeah.
pretty magical. And I get to go, and my mom's supposed to come, but she's on baby duty that's coming any day. So if baby comes, then she's going to ditch our retreat. But it's okay, because she'll be on baby duty.
That's
But
right, which is also fun.
anyway, so it's fun to get to sew with family. And so
is way
anyway, that's what we'll be here next week. Join us again.
So, because we just gave them a tip about what we're doing.
Yes.
Did you hear that tip? Please be thinking about it all week
Yes.
long, and please share some of your favorite tips with us as well. Because as you're doing things, you know, I used to always love to read in the American Patchwork and Quilting magazine their little tips. Well, doggone it, they get paid $25 for those, and most of those things, I'm like, well, I do that. Why didn't I tell them I did that? So I'm not paying you $25 a tip, guys. However, we would love to hear your tips.
Yeah, so that's
so
next
please-
week.
Yes, next week. So save up your ideas and share those with us. And if you have any more ideas about what you do with your patterns, please send us those
Yes,
tips
please do.
along too, and we'll pass all of that along as well. So.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think our time is probably
It is
up.
over.
It is
The
over.
store is open.
Store is open. So we hope that everybody has an amazing week, and thank you again, my sweet Erin,
Yes,
for
we're so
coming
excited
and
she's
joining
with us.
Yes,
Oh,
we
thank
are.
you.
We are a great addition to the Village family. So everybody, I'd love to tell you to stay cool this week, but it isn't going to happen unless you stay inside with your air conditioner, and then possibly so.
Drink a cold drink.
Drink a lot of cold drinks. Stay hydrated. Very important in the summertime. So everybody have an amazing week. Remember to be kind, do one nice thing for someone as you're passing them on the street. Oh, but wait. Oh, please don't go yet. I have something to share. Oh, please hold. Wait, I gotta find it. I don't know where they put it. Oh, but wait.
But wait, there's more.
Fran is the best part of Village Vibes, hands down. Hands down. Oh my goodness. Here it comes.
What is
Maybe.
it?
Here it comes.
Yesterday, though. That's not what I'm looking for. Please hold. Please hold. Oh, no. I don't know where the girls put. Okay, we might have to share it next week. The little crochet thing, where did it go?
Oh, it's up on the...
Where? Oh, wait. Mary knows where it is. Please hold on.
You can't
Keep
see Fran
holding.
frantically running around the store. She found it.
See, we should have been following her.
About being kind to each other. Yeah, I'm out of breath. I can't breathe. Okay. All right. So yesterday, I go up front, and Christiane comes out, and she says, well, somebody left something here. So we take it out of the package. Look at this. Oh, wait. There we go.
Yes,
Look at this.
cute that
Isn't it
is.
cute? But the best thing is, the note says, and we don't know who left it. They just left it in the store and left. It says, made to brighten up your day. I'm yours to keep or give away. If only just to bring a smile. The time it took was worth the while. Crochet
my
with love. Isn't it
goodness.
cute?
Look at those googly eyes. Oh
I had to find it. Is it so cute?
It's like tiny.
Just see it, a bitty
so
guy.
tiny.
And you know what, you guys? This is what I look like when I wake up in the morning. One of these days, I'm going to come in my jammies and my faux hawk, and you're going to love it. Anyway, whoever left this, if you're listening, thank you so much, and it did brighten our day and make all of us smile.
That's
so thank you.
sweet.
So do something kind like that.
Yes.
Just one little tiny
Yes.
act of kindness can mean so much to so many people.
But it also brightens your own day when you're nice to
Giving,
others.
it does. It takes more
Energy to
muscles
frown.
to do that than to do this. And did you see when I was frowning? My whole body kind of goes.
Yeah,
And when you're
that's-
smiling, here I am. Thanks everyone for joining us. Have an amazing
Yes.
week. Stay cool. Be kind to each other and take care of yourselves.
Goodbye.